Money is not paper. It's not numbers. It's not work. It's energy. And the only reason it flows away from you is because your frequency is repelling it. Do you work more hours, save more pennies, and still get that feeling in your stomach every time you check your bank balance? This is no coincidence. It's not bad luck. It's quantum physics operating in your subconscious. Money does not reward effort. It doesn't reward the fight. It doesn't appear for the desperate. He simply mirrors you, your core beliefs, your hidden programming, your emotional charge toward him. If money seems chaotic, scarce, or disappears the moment you receive it, it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because you were programmed incorrectly. For parents who were stressed about bills, by schools that never taught wealth, by systems that trained you to survive, not thrive. And that programming is still running your financial life like a virus in your subconscious. Most people are tuned into one of two channels, scarcity or flow. You wake up thinking about how much money you have, not in how much you can create. You work long hours, day after day, believing that you need to earn every penny, as if money were a reward for suffering. But here's what almost no one tells you. The money isn't earned, it's allowed. Until you heal that core wound, the one that whispers, it's not safe to have wealth, nothing will remain. No budget, no effort, no manifestation techniques. Have you ever wondered why some people work half as much as you and earn twice as much? Why do others seem to attract opportunities as if they had a magnetic field around them? This is the illusion we need to destroy. Money is not a thing. It's a frequency. It is not earned. It is not distributed. It is not deserved by the struggle. It is reciprocated. It's allowed. It is reflected back to you based on your internal state. And until you understand this, you will continue to play a rigged game built to exhaust you. To understand this truth in its entirety, we need to look at two masters who cracked the code long before manifestation became a hashtag: Neville Goddard and Ernest Holmes. Goddard, born in 1905, was not a preacher or businessman. He was a man who had experienced the truth and spent the rest of his life trying to help others see it. His message was radical then, and it is still radical now. Your imagination is God. Your assumptions create reality. You are not a victim. You are the cause. Goddard taught that consciousness is the only reality, and everything you experience is just the external projection of your internal assumptions. He repeatedly said, "The world is yourself projected outward." What separates Goddard from everyone else is simple. While most people focus on what they want, Goddard taught how to focus on what you assume to be true. Why? Because what you want may be a fantasy, but what you assume, what you live, feel, and incorporate daily is what remains imprinted in your subconscious. And this is what manifests itself. You don't get what you want. You receive what you are. Holmes, in turn, presented the concept of the science of mind. He believed that you didn't need an intermediary. You didn't need to suffer. You didn't need to wait for heaven. You could have abundance, peace, health, and wealth right now if you understood one thing. Your mind is the access point to the infinite source. He established a simple rule. Anything you imprint on this mind through belief, emotion, and repetition, it mirrors back into physical form. It's not personal. It's law. Holmes called this the law of mind in action, and it's the same law that governs your relationship with money right now. Now, let's translate this philosophy into the real world. Let me introduce Eric. He is 49 years old and has been a self-employed plumber for 22 years. He's the guy people call when the roof is collapsing, when the pipes burst at 3 a.m., when no one else answers the phone. Eric is not lazy. He is not stupid. He is not reckless. He shows up early, charges less than he should, does the job right every time. And yet, it's broken. Still chasing accounts. Still living from check to check. But But the truth is, Eric isn't just tired. He is energetically bankrupt, exhausted from carrying a spell, the same spell you might be carrying right now. If I'm not fighting, I don't deserve money. If I charge more, no one will hire me. If I finally succeed, something bad will happen. Eric doesn't just fix pipes. He solves everyone else's problems because, deep down, he never learned to solve his own. He was taught that being a good man meant sacrifice, that asking for more was selfish, that making real money would turn him into someone people would hate. So instead of growing, it shrinks. He calls it humility, but it isn't. It is fear disguised as virtue. And every time he moves forward, boom, a random bill, a broken van, a slow week, a fine. But it's not random, it's a pattern. Your nervous system is programmed for one thing: survival. Not overflow, not expansion, not peace. Because somewhere deep in his subconscious, Eric made a decision he doesn't even remember. If I have more, I will lose myself. If I stop fighting, no one will need me. If I charge what I'm worth, I will end up alone. Does this resonate with you? Here's the test. When was the last time you felt rich? Not on paper, not in your bank account, in your body, in your spirit, in your soul. If you're being honest, it's been a while, hasn't it? Because you've been bleeding energy for years, not just through bills or responsibilities, but through silence, suppression, loneliness, shame. Nobody taught you how to receive. They only taught you to give until you collapse. The test of life is not how much you work, it's how much you allow yourself to receive. Most people will never feel rich, not because they don't have money, but because they don't know how to view it. They define wealth too narrowly, too literally, too small. They think wealth is money, numbers on a screen, bills in a wallet, balances in banking apps. But this is the lowest vibration of abundance, the final expression of wealth after it has passed through all the higher dimensions. In fact, wealth is encoded in much more subtle forms. A stranger helping you without asking for anything in return, an impending disaster that never happens, a health checkup that comes back clean, a client canceling a contract that would have drained you, a conversation with a random person that realigns your entire life, a delay that saves you from something unseen. And if you can't recognize these things as forms of currency, you are energetically rejecting the flow of abundance without even realizing it. This is the spiritual trap. If you only recognize dollars as wealth, you are spiritually poor, even when life is trying to bless you. You are not trapped. This is not permanent. This is not destiny. You can reconnect your wires. You can retune your frequency. It can shift your energy field so that wealth comes to you like oxygen, effortless, automatic, constant. Money is not your master. It's your mirror. It's not the work you do. It is the internal state you occupy, not the luck you expect. It's the frequency you maintain. The source doesn't just pay in cash. It pays in time, in energy, in protection, in redirection, in peace, in health, and in people. When you begin to see every blessing, every redirection, every moment of grace as a form of income, you will expand your field of receipt faster than any effort could ever achieve. You came here to break the cycle, not just for you, but for everyone who comes after you. The system made you forget who you are, but you're remembering now. Money is not separate from you. It is a reflection of your inner power. This is not about greed. It's about alignment, freedom, and truth. You didn't come to survive. You came to prosper. If this video touched something inside you, write in the comments, "My frequency is abundance." This is not just a comment. It is a statement to the universe. Millionaire Brain, where thought becomes freedom.